Virginia Beach man who fled the country after he was convicted of killing a friend in a crash is back in Hampton Roads.
Investigators tracked Cameron Crockett to Belize in Central America. The 23-year-old was in court today. Today's Side's Andy Fox was also there.
We wanted to interview Cameron Crockett, and he said he'd do an interview. Then when we showed up, he decided at the last minute not to talk to us. We had a lot of questions to ask him, questions now being asked by Harvey Bryant. After 3 months on the lam, 23-year-old Cameron Paul Crockett is back in custody. A video arraignment for failure to appear. Virginia Beach Commonwealth's attorney Harvey Bryant.
This convicted felon was running from reality. Reality caught up with him.
2 juries found Crockett guilty of involuntary manslaughter in this December 28, 2008 crash that killed his friend Jack Cortez. Crockett maintains he was not driving. The first jury was a hung jury because they couldn't agree on a sentence. The second jury found him guilty also, but on the day of sentencing, Crockett was a no-show. Authorities knew he had gone south, and U.S. Marshals say they were told by his mother that they would never find him.
He was in the Central America area, and Guatemala was mentioned. Of course, we didn't say anything about that.
We now know Crockett found his way to Guatemala, went to Belize, was returning to Guatemala June 8th when he was flagged at the border and arrested. Authorities in Belize deported him to Texas, and he returned to Virginia Beach Monday night. The new investigation is just beginning.
Was there financial assistance? Was there assistance in transportation? Was there assistance just in information about what was going on here so he could adapt his movements there? Those things we don't know the answer to yet.
Crockett has a strong support system. Friends showed up. Max Shapiro insists Crockett was not driving the car. 2 juries found him guilty of involuntary manslaughter because they say he was driving the car.
That's not what happened.
Well, that's what the jury says happened, even though you'd like to believe it didn't. That's what the jury said.
Juries are not infallible. Cases have been overturned before.
Who was driving the car?
Well, Cameron Crockett was driving the car. Yeah. And as I say, Andy, 24 adult individuals have twice found beyond a reasonable doubt that Cameron Crockett was driving the car.
But Crockett and the friends insist he was not driving the car. Exactly how did Crockett get to Central and South America? He was supposed to hand over his passport. We wanted to know how he was able to travel out of the country. I'll have that answer coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 at 6. In Virginia Beach, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.